Welcome back, all of you, to your NEET Byte session. Myself, Ashif Ferdowsi, and I welcome all of you in this new biology session of your NEET Byte. Good evening, all of you. So, I hope so. All of you are doing well, good with health, everything, and so that we can start this session. Okay, everyone. So, um, as moving ahead with our biological classification topic, okay, today we are going to take two very important kingdom of five kingdom classification. That is your Protista and fungi, or you can say kingdom Protista and kingdom fungi. Right? Exactly. It's it's very important kingdom if you say after Monera, because a lot of different groups, a lot of different organisms which are present in it, and that is why it is slightly confusing, as well as it is very scoring, right? So keeping this two things in the mind, what what are the things that you should you should keep in mind? So I'll just tell you few of the points here. Okay, everyone. So let's begin. So, all of you, first of all, kingdom Protista, right? All of you. So, when you start preparing kingdom Protista, right? First of all, you divide the whole kingdom Protista into three parts. Okay. First, you go with those which are, first of all, to understand to start Protista, you should know that it is a unicellular. It is unicellular eukaryotic organism, the very first unicellular eukaryotic organism. Because if you remember, in Monera, we talked about that it was unicellular but prokaryote. Okay, so this is the very first and very important characteristic of kingdom Protista. Okay, it's a unicellular eukaryote, right? Exactly. So you can divide it into diatoms, dinoflagellates, right? Euglena or euglenoids, right, everyone? Then slime molds. So these are the basic one. Okay, and then there is a broad category that you know as protozoa. Okay, in which there are further classification. The very important organisms that are present there, okay, are your amoeba, okay, plasmodium, paramecium, right? So these are really really important. And if you go through these points, okay, if you start preparing these points, it will be really helpful in, yeah, ciliated, and all those which are the classification of protozoans. Okay, fine, everyone. Now next is kingdom fungi, right, everyone? Kingdom fungi, they are known for their beautiful characteristic of having a cell wall which is non-cellulosic, right? Which is basically chitinous in nature, made up of chitin. That's a very special property of fungi, and that was it. That is the reason it was not placed in plantae. It was a eukaryotic multicellular organism, exception of some. Okay, right. But the very important thing that was there, it has a cell wall. Okay, it has a cell wall. Okay, but the cell wall is not made up of cellulose as in the case of your plant, but it is made up of another component that is called as chitin, chitin. Right, everyone. Also, their mode of nutrition was heterotrophic, and specifically, it was saprophytic. Right, everyone. So these are the characteristic feature of fungi. That's why it has been given a special place and a special kingdom of it. Right, everyone? I think you all agree with me. Very nice. So kingdom fungi starts with, there are few classification out there. Okay, right. So you can start with oomycetes, zygomycetes, right? Okay, ascomycetes, basidiomycetes, right? And last but not the least is your Deuteromycetes. Fine. These are the further classification of fungi. Okay. So everyone, we have got a lot of different kinds of fungi out there, okay, which has been classified according to their sexual reproduction, what type of fruiting body that they make, right? Exactly. What type of fruiting body they make. Based on that, it has been divided into various groups. Okay. Now, what will be our job here is to do some question and try and understand what type of question can be asked from this particular chapter, okay, or this particular topic, and what are those extraordinary questions, some of the questions, very good questions, okay, we'll try to do it in this particular session. So I hope so you are ready for it, and we'll try to start from the very first question. Everyone, keep your pen pencil ready and start doing it. So this is the very first question for all of you. Okay, in which of these animals dimorphic nucleus is found? It's an AIPMT 2002 question. Okay, A. Amoeba proteus, B. Trypanosoma gambians, C. Plasmodium vivax, and D. Paramecium caudatum. Okay, so I'll be waiting for your answer for some time. Okay, so basically, first of all, you try to understand the question. It is asking the very first thing, that is dimorphic nucleus. It is asking for dimorphic nucleus. Okay, right. Which of the particular animal among these have two nucleuses or two different types of nucleuses? See, two nucleus is a different thing. Dinucleus, we can say it, but dimorphic. Okay, and morpho word, you know that it's something related to structure, right? That's why we say morphology of plant, right? And morphology of animals, right? Exactly. So dimorphic, first of all, understand the question. I know all of you are giving absolutely correct answer, but still to understand it much further, dimorphic means those two nucleuses should be different in structure, maybe in size also. And you people are absolutely right. It's Paramecium caudatum, because Paramecium got two different types of nucleus in its cell, in its cytoplasm. Okay, right. One is macronucleus, absolutely right. Okay, and another one is micronucleus. Very well said, everyone. So this is one of the questions that was asked in 2002. It's a very nice question. Okay, now next, ready for the next one? Here it is, everyone. This question again. Oxospores and hormocysts, okay, sometimes also called hormogony, are formed respectively by, okay, some cyanobacteria and many diatoms, several diatoms and a few cyanobacteria, several cyanobacteria and several diatoms, and some diatoms and several cyanobacteria. It's an AIMS 2007 question, and the option is really confusing. Okay, though some of you might know about oxospores, some of you might know about hormocysts. Okay, but the options here is really confusing, right? So how we should go for this question? First of all, again, as I say, we should read the question twice to understand what is the what actually the question is asking. Okay, now oxospores and hormocysts, both of them are basically cysts and spores, and if you remember, okay, they both help in reproduction. Okay, some, in adverse condition, when the conditions are not good for the reproduction of many different species of microorganisms, they usually go into oxospore formation or hormocyst formation, right? Oxospore is typical quality of diatoms. It's a very typical characteristic quality of, or structure of diatoms, right, everyone? Whereas hormocysts are characterized and are found in where, everyone? It's there in your cyanobacteria. Okay. Now, most of diatoms. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm explaining to all of you. These both. Now, you know spores and cysts. Okay, right. This is a method. Now, in higher organisms, you can say when the environment is not correct, when it's not suitable for them, right? They go for hibernation. In the case of, let's say, polar bear, or in the case of bears also, right? What they do? Okay, in the 6 months, they eat up, right? They fill their body with a lot of stored energy and they go for a winter sleep, right? Exactly. That's how they survive the adverse condition. In that was a multicellular organism. Okay, now what happens in unicellular organism when there is no nutrition, the condition is not very suitable for their development, for their growth? What they do, they form this spores and cysts kind of very thick wall material. Okay, very thick cell wall. Okay, that covers their inner cytoplasm, or maybe those structures which are very useful for their for the growth. Okay, they are stored inside them. That is oxospore in the case of diatoms and hormocyst in the case of cyanobacteria. Right, exactly. So both of them help in respective organism in their most adverse condition. And sometimes oxospores are also used in diatoms in normal sexual reproduction. Right, everyone. So basically, both of them are there for reproduction purposes. I hope so. Oxospore and homocysts are clear. Don't confuse homocyst with heterocysts. Right? Heterocyst is also there, everyone. Heterocyst is a cell that you may find in Noctiluca or various another cyanobacteria. Right? Everyone, they help in nitrogen fixation. Right? All of you, they help in nitrogen fixation. But here, hormocysts help in reproduction. So the correct answer here, everyone, that oxospores are found in several diatoms, but hormocysts are found in very few cyanobacteria. So the correct answer is B. Nostoc and all, absolutely right, Piyush. Nitrogen fixation, that is heterocyst we discuss. Okay, all of you, basically filamentous bacteria, you can say. Okay. Difference between hormocysts and heterocysts. Hormocysts usually are, utilized in sexual reproduction, or you can say reproduction. Okay, and your heterocysts are for nitrogen fixation in filamentous bacteria such as nostocs. So I hope so. This particular question is clear to you, and you will typically see this oxospore and hormocyst and discuss this with your classmates and everyone to to understand it much further. Now let's move on to the next question. Okay, everyone. Here, all of you. The thyloid body of a slime mold myxomycetes, normally called as, is known as A. Protonema, B. Plasmodium, C. Fruiting body, and D. Mycelium. Right, everyone? So this is not a very difficult question if you have gone through slime mold. Okay, slime mold has two different kind of life cycle. One is cellular, another one is acellular. Right, exactly. So, like the way, okay, they are basically Protista. Okay, but there is one very peculiar quality of slime molds, that they are mold. And when we say mold have some characteristic which is very similar to fungi, but they are protistants. Okay, so their thyloid body is basically Plasmodium, and you people are absolutely correct. Right? Okay, Plasmodium is the thyloid body of slime mold, that is myxomycetes. Okay, and you can say that these slime molds are said to be the connecting link between the Protista and your fungi. Right, everyone? So this was a very easy question. I hope so you have understood this. Next, everyone. Now here, this is if you have studied fungi, then only you can answer it. If you remember the names, okay, then only you can answer this question. Otherwise, there is a high probability that you will do this question wrong. Okay, so kindly read the question, read the examples, and then answer the particular option. Okay, now, which of the pair of the following belongs to Basidiomycetes? Okay, which of the following belongs to Basidiomycetes? Now, this is very, very interesting question, everyone. A. Morchella mushrooms. B. Bird's nest fungi and puffballs. C. Puffballs and claviceps. And D. Pisiza and stink horns. Okay. Now, so first of all, they are of their common names, but bird nest fungi, they are normally a common name, belongs to the, basically, group that is, you can say, Basidiomycetes. Okay. A. Okay. All of you are saying A. Okay. All right. So here, everyone. First of all, Morchella. Okay. Let's talk about Morchella. Is Morchella a Basidiomycetes? Is Morchella Basidiomycetes, everyone? Because you are seeing mushroom here. Yes, mushroom is definitely your Basidiomycetes. Definitely. There's no problem. But is Morchella? No. It's an Ascomycetes. It's an Ascomycetes. Okay, everyone. You understood? All of you. Puffballs are normally Basidio, but puffballs are Basidio. That's not a problem. But clavicet, is it? Is it Basidio? No. It's again Ascomycetes. So C is also wrong. Right? Okay, everyone. So C is also wrong. Okay, now many people has answered D. Okay, right. Stinkhorns are basically Basidio. Absolutely right. There is no problem. But Pisiza, is it Basidio? Not at all. Pisiza is Ascomycetes again. So basically, B and puffballs are your Basidiomycetes. They both belong to Basidiomycetes. Right? And do you want to know how they look? Birds' nests, they look something like this. Can you see here, everyone? It's look like they are forming a nest on the and these fruiting bodies look like eggs, right? So that is the reason they are normally called as the bird's nest, right? Exactly. And next is how the puffballs, how they are, how they look like. Okay, so here is the puffballs. So here you can see, everyone. It's looking like a ball which is puffed. Exactly, everyone. Okay, so I think, and they both belong to Basidiomycetes. Okay, both of them belong to Basidiomycetes. Ascomycetes are normally called as sac fungi. Okay, and Basidiomycetes are also called as club fungi. So they are all like club shape, the fruiting body. Okay. Exactly, Anuradha, and all. The fruiting body is just like the egg, and that's why it looked like a nest, all of you. Okay. So hope so. This is pretty much clear to everyone. So why I have asked this question, because first of all, you should understand the various examples of different groups of different phylum. Okay, right, all of you. So that is why it is important. Now, let's move up to another question. Okay, that will be here for all of you. Now, which one of the following does not differ in E. coli and Chlamydomonas? Now, this is a bonus question for all of you. It is just a small revision from your previous knowledge, previous sessions that we had. Okay, so what differs the E. coli with Chlamydomonas? I'll not give you the answer. Please, you give me the answer that what it should be. Everyone, what it should be. Somebody was asking me that what's the common name? It's Agaricus. Okay, it belongs to the order Agaricales. So it's normally called as Agaricus. You might have heard that name, everyone. Okay, many people are saying B, many people are saying A. It's absolutely correct. Everyone, let's say what is the correct answer. Okay. Yes, yes. Which one of the, so first of all, let's understand this question. E. coli, you can say that it's a bacteria, it's a prokaryote, and Chlamydomonas, okay, you can classify it into, like, if you remember the last question, okay, last session, Chlorella and Chlamydomonas was the question, right? It belongs to algae. Okay, that is a eukaryote. Okay, now what is the which one of the following differ? Does not differ, it's asking, right? Okay, does not differ. So absolutely the only thing which is common between a prokaryote and a eukaryote, normally we say it's ribosome. Yes, everyone, we say it's ribosome. And that's why the answer should be A, but it's not. Right? We always say that the common organelle between a prokaryote and a eukaryote is ribosome. Right? But in this question, it's not the correct answer. It says does not differ. But if you remember, everyone, prokaryotes and eukaryotes both have ribosomes, but they are of different types. One is 70S, another one is 80S. You remember? Yes, there is common. Absolutely. People are saying it correct. Yes, they are common, but they are different types. And yes, the answer is cell membrane. That's the only thing which is present in both the types of cells. Cell membrane is the common thing. So in hurry, we will go and tick ribosome as the correct answer, but that's why I said that it's a bonus question for all of you. You should understand the question and then answer it. Cool, all of you understood? Okay, then let's move on to the next question. Here it is. Now, which fungal disease spreads by seeds and flower? It's a very famous question of AIPMT 2002. It has been used in various other examinations as well. Okay, right. It's a very easy question if you have seen this question earlier or if you have studied fungi. Okay. So the fungal disease that spreads by seeds and flowers. Okay. Which of these? Loose smut of wheat, constant covered smut of barley, and soft rot of potato. These are all basically your fungal disease, everyone. Right? Exactly. These are all fungal disease. But the very first one, that is loose smut of wheat. Loose smut of disease of wheat. So smut is because of a particular fungi that is called as Ustilago or Eustilago. And because it's there in wheat, it's called Tritica. And it's normally spread by seeds and flowers. Okay, so this question is another very typical question from your fungi chapter. Okay, and Eustilago, that is rust and smut, are very famous diseases of fungi. So you should remember it. You should know that what are the various forms of it, right? How we can say what are all? No, these all are fungal diseases only. Okay, these all are fungal diseases. So I'll say Ustilago normally gives you smut. Okay, so if you want to see, go and type smut in your Wikipedia or maybe in normal Google, and you'll see how smut looks like. And then you can write rust. Okay, so you will see how rust looks like. Okay, so smut is a typical disease that has been done by Ustilago genus, right? And rust is normally by Puccinia. I have just used so many C's here, so I'll just delete one. Yeah. Okay, Puccinia. This is rust. The disease is rust, everyone. Fine. So kindly remember, okay, the loose smut, absolutely. So smut is normally from Ustilago, okay, and rust is normally through your Puccinia genus. Fine. All right. So you should remember it. Now I'm moving ahead with another question. Here it is. Which one of the following, okay, is a slime mold, all of you? Okay. Which one of the following is slime mold? Anabaena, Rhizopus, Physarum, and Thiobacillus. Let's say you don't know the answer. Let's say you don't know, okay, this particular question. Right, everyone? Then I'll just let you know how you can actually deduce the answer. Fine, all right. Okay. Very good. All of you are giving your answers. Very nice. Now, let us understand one by one. What is Anabaena? Let's say, what is Anabaena? You people tell me. What is Anabaena? What is Anabaena? Yeah, waiting for your answers. Okay, it's a cyanobacteria. Absolutely right. Okay, it's a cyanobacteria. Very nice. Okay, so definitely Anabaena is not the answer. What can be the Rhizopus? What is Rhizopus? All of you. Rhizopus mucor. It's a, you say it's a bread mold. Normally we heard this name when we say bread mold, right? Exactly. So it's a fungi, right? It's a fungi. Okay. Next is Thiobacillus. In its name only, it's bacillus. In its name only, it's bacillus. It's a bacteria, and especially a gram-negative bacteria. The only answer which is left here is Physarum. And Physarum is one of the very common example of slime mold. Understood, all of you? Okay. Great, all of you. So now we can move next question and the last question of the session here. What is common about Trypanosoma, Noctiluca, Monocystis, and Giardia? Yes, everyone. What is common about Trypanosoma, Noctiluca, Monocystis, and Giardia? They are all unicellular protists. They have flagella. They produce spores, and they are all parasites. Yes, all of you. Okay, now I'm getting answers. Very nice. Great. Now this is very nice from all of you, because Trypanosoma gambiense, that's the example you remember very nicely. Noctiluca, Monocystis, Giardia, these all are protists, and protists are normally unicellular. So absolutely the correct answer is A. Okay, absolutely the correct answer is A. That is, they are all unicellular protists. Sleeping sickness, you can say. Absolutely right. So guys, this is how we have revised both your fungi and Protista, okay, in today's class. The next class, we are going to start with the next kingdom, that is Plantae, in which we're going to talk about your algae, bryophyte, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and a small topic of angiosperms also, right? Kindly read that. Okay, kindly go through it so that it will be very helpful for you to do the questions and do the answers here, you can say, right? So hope so you have liked the session, and you can go to the Meritnation site as well to clear your doubts. Till then, I'll take a goodbye from all of you. Okay, and we'll meet again in the next session. So take care, everyone. Bye bye. Good night.